All right, hi there classes. I'm here with my little lab assistant Ellen again. And we're gonna show you what you're gonna be, what we're designing today. So today we're gonna be designing a simple two-way communication device, also known as a phone, using a couple of simple household supplies. Now for this project, do you do it by yourself or do you need a parent to help you? Who helped you? Yeah, you need an adult to help you with this project because it does involve hammers and nails for the one I'm going to show you. You can of course adapt it, use different materials and supplies, but the tin cans are the best because they have a really good ability to transfer sound waves from one place to another. So yeah, so this is our one that we designed already, and I'm going to walk you through the steps of designing another one. Show us how it works. What do you do with the phone? Do you hold it in your mouth or your ears?
Yeah.
And then Daddy talks into it, right?
Hello.
Of course, you have to be standing with it nice and tight for it to work, but that's kind of how it works. All right, so now I'm going to show you the steps for making your own version of this little phone here.
Hi, Ellen.
All right, so I'm going to go over the supplies you need to make your two-way telephone. When you're choosing materials for this, you can adapt it or change it based on what you have in the house. I'll show you what I use to make my two-way telephone, but really you just need to have stuff that can conduct sound from place to place. Just like electricity and heat, there are certain types of material that conduct sound really well. Sound travels pretty easily, like it travels through air, it can travel through a string, it can travel through metal. Just make sure that when you're doing this, you choose materials that actually work for you that you have in the house. So what I use to make my phone, and I'm sure there's lots of different instructables online for how to do this. I just kind of made mine up based on what I know about how sound travels. So this is what I used to make mine. I have two tin cans here from food, so two of those. One to talk into and one to hear from. You could also use like plastic cups too if you like. That would also work, as plastic cups can also carry vibrations, like sound vibrations. And then I have a toilet paper roll here. This is intended for cord control. So like if your phone has a really long cord, you can wrap it along the toilet paper like this to make it work. You need string. So I'm making a relatively long one here, but you could also make a shorter one depending on how much string you have available to you. String is a good conductor of it, but just be aware that the thinner the string, the better. You don't want to be using thick yarn on this. It'll probably work, but it probably won't work as well as like thinner string will work. And then the last couple of things you need for this are a couple of the nails. Hopefully yours are less rusty than mine. A hammer, and of course an adult to help you with the process of hammering in your nails. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my receiver. So to do this, I want to make sure that I have a really solid connection between my string and my can. Now, there's a couple ways you could go about this. You could hammer a hole into the cup or into the can. You could push the string through the hole and then tie it off and then have it connected to the cup, to the tin can that way. But I think for me, I found that my way of making it work is just to take the string and wrap it around the head of the nail and then just kind of tie it on there. Because you just want to have a solid connection between the string and the nail and the tin cup. So all I'm doing is taking it and then kind of tightening it onto the head of the nail. There we go. So it looks kind of like that. So you can see that the string is tied onto the nail and ready to go. That's plastic wrap. We don't need that for this project. Okay, so now I'm going to take my nail and I'm going to attach it to my tin cup. So be careful here, obviously, so we would have an adult come and help you, but since I'm an adult, I'll do it myself. So I'm just going to take my hammer and nail it in. Once it breaks, I'm going to nail it all the way down until I have a really solid connection with my nail and my string and my tin can. So you can see there's a pointy nail in there, but if you're talking into it or listening to it, you're not going to impact that nail at all. So just kind of put it there, keep it attached. Be careful not to pull on it too hard because it will come out. If you want to stop that, you could always get some pliers and bend it in, but I'm not going to show you today. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and take my other part of the string and I'm going to make the other side of my earpiece. So once again, I'm going to take my string and wrap it around my nail head. Being careful not to stick myself as I do it. This one's getting a little trickier than the first one. The metal stuff you see hanging off there, that's like, this is a craft string, so it's got some metal wires in it too. Don't know if that helps or hurts with the conducting of sound. Okay, so I've tied my string onto my nail. I'm going to follow the same process. I'm going to go ahead and hammer it into the back of my cup. My tank here. Okay. Make sure it's nice and tight. And now I have two sides of a phone. So to make this work, I just have to give one person one side of the phone and keep the other side of the phone. When you do this, I'm going to move the camera real quick to show you how to do this. You want to make sure that you have a tight seal when you're listening, or a tight seal when you're talking. You should be able to hear an echo as you talk into the can. And then your other person will do the opposite, right? If you're listening, tight seal in the ear. If you're talking, tight seal in the mouth. So there you go. That's a real quick and simple way to make a two-way telephone that you can use to transport sound from place to place. So yeah, try it at home. Try some different materials. Make sure you have adult help if you're using nails and hammers. And let me know how it goes. Enjoy.